learning to drive is a serious and sometimes risky business. Here on the Hampton Downs racetrack north of Hamilton, young learner drivers are being put to the test, encouraged to do things they couldn't do in a cul-de-sac or mall car park. The reason? To tackle the leading cause of our shocking road toll, those behind the wheel.
Vehicles are getting safer, roads are becoming better engineered and safer. The fact that the road toll is still going up tends to lend itself to the fact that the area we need to focus on is our users, our drivers, and around safer drivers.
So trying to make it safer on our highways, back roads and suburban streets, Holden has developed Street Smart, a hands-on driving program aimed at sharpening the skills of learner drivers before they hit the roads on their own.
As a nation, we should be absolutely angered by what we're seeing out there on the roads. We don't accept it, and as a result, we came up with a program that's doing something practical about it. We find that there is an opportunity, a gap that needs to be filled between what it takes to pass your driver's licence test and tick those boxes and actually driving safely over a long period of years on the road, and that's what the program is designed to fill.
This may not seem like the perfect weather to learn how to drive, but these are the kind of conditions that young drivers will face on New Zealand roads. This is Jacob. He's 16 and he has his learner's licence, and today he's going to learn how to drive smarter. Street Smart is aimed at drivers working towards their full licence, especially those who lack a little confidence and awareness. A parent or guardian sits in the car with them, so they can also tune up their driving skills.
Today I really want to get comfortable and know what's happening at all times, just so when I do drive on the road, I know how to deal with it in different situations.
Holden Street Smart has been 2 years in the making. It's a timely push for safer driving. The statistics are grim. In 2016, young drivers aged under 24 were involved in 86 fatal traffic accidents. They were responsible for nearly 90% of those crashes.
Young drivers are overrepresented in those statistics, absolutely. And young drivers eventually become experienced drivers, and we need to ensure that experienced drivers are learning good habits from early age. So over a lifetime, they're exhibiting good behaviours on the road and reducing the risk for everyone.
At 5 racetracks around the country, young drivers will go through 10 different stations, learning skills firsthand, like emergency braking, safe following distances, and how to avoid a head-on crash. Here, Jacob needs to keep a safe distance from the car in front of him, which will brake suddenly.
Stop. Okay. So can you see we're right alongside the next car? So what's happened?
I'm going
right up the back of that, so we've just written off 2 cars really, haven't we?
Yeah.
By the 3rd try, he nails it. In another exercise, he has to identify hazards while he's being distracted by the instructor.
Good time of the day to do a drift around here, isn't it? With a nice wet bit of racetrack.
Yeah. Merging lanes.
Yep.
And in another test, he must drive through cones while taking in signs in his peripheral vision. Kiwi motorsport legend Greg Murphy, 4-time winner of the Bathurst 1000 and the ambassador for the Holden Street Smart program, knows just how quickly things can go wrong behind the wheel when you're a new, inexperienced driver. So what kind of young driver were you?
One that was confident and thought I knew everything, pretty much, and you know, could do no wrong, and you know, it's not going to happen to me.
But it did.
But it did. Yeah. It did happen, and it was the biggest wake-up call I think of my life, for sure. To make, you know, a bunch of bad decisions which led to something that could have easily have been a catastrophe, in respect that someone could have got killed. You know, I was very fortunate that I walked away and the passenger I had was injured, but you know, was able to recover fully. But it just quite easily, so easily could have been a completely different story.
Sergeant Mark Fleming has seen the end results of too many accidents involving young drivers. He applauds the Street Smart program for filling a gap in driver learning.
New Zealand Police is fully supportive of any program which aims to improve driving standards, and I think that's the piece of the pie that we need to focus on for going forwards if we're going to make a dent on this road toll and see it tracking downwards.
Okay, so when we get to 40, just hold it there, and when he flashes his lights, I want you to brake as hard and as fast as you can. Well done. You see the smile on your face.
So, how much did our teenage driver Jacob learn behind the wheel today?
I feel like my driving's completely different now. I'm more aware, I know more rules, I know what to do in certain situations that can help me. So yeah, I feel like my driving's going to be way better.
It puts Jacob in a great position to hit the road. But his education is far from over.
The best piece of advice I could give to young drivers is don't be afraid to keep on learning. Be lifelong learners of driving.